Well, good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about house paint. And is it time for you to repaint or maybe just touch up? Well, after we do our cleanups, we really want to wash the house down and check it out. But we want to check the paint out and see what kind of condition it's in. If there's any cracking or peeling coming off. I can notice a few cracks here. You can walk around with a little paint scraper and just check it out. I do notice that a lot of joints have opened up on the paint here, but I don't need a whole house paint job. I can probably tune this up just by doing some easy painting and touch-up and caulking up some joints. But you do need to walk around your house and check out everything and see what condition it's in. So you don't always need a full painter to come back, but maybe just to touch up some things, and maybe you can do these yourself. It's very important to touch these up and not let water continually to get behind the shingles, because it will cause some damage behind that paint. It's like a seal there, and the wood behind there will rot and get dry rot and then continue to fall apart. So you do want to catch up on this. Even on the trim, I notice on the door over here, all these screws are starting to rust out. You want to replace those, back them out, put some new ones in. They're very inexpensive, but that's a good thing to do a little tune-up. Same thing on any rails that are out around the house. Check and make sure if they need any touch-up, get the rust off them. Now let's talk a little bit about paint. I have a few different paints over here, and before you paint, if you're doing a lot, you do want to make sure you get any mold off the house. And I do recommend the Joe Max. This is a great mildew killer, and even if you're not going to paint and you want to clean the house up, follow the instructions on here. You can use a plant sprayer, spray the house, wash it off with a garden hose. You don't need to pressure wash. And it's the stubborn areas, you can use a brush, something like this, to simply brush it off and get some of that dirt off. Now when we get into paint, every few years, Consumer Reports, about every 3 years, comes out with ratings for different paint products. And they do test them for a long period of time. And they try to accelerate the aging process on it to see what the best product out there is. WJAR is getting some good ratings again. And this is their top paint, this Marquee. What makes this exceptional is it basically has your primer and paint in one, but it's also resistant to dirt and fading. So it has a lot of ultraviolet protectants in it. Also, with the semi-gloss, the dirt literally just washes off in the rainstorm. It doesn't give it anything to stick to. Semi-gloss is a harder finish than the matte finish. The matte finish is another one that some people will like, but the flat paint will basically hold some more dirt in there, so it won't look as clean. Now, if you go to a less expensive brand, you're going to save $10 or $15 a gallon, but also you get what you pay for. So I usually recommend going with the better lines. Also, Benjamin Moore, that's what was used on this building, has worked out well. We're 7 years now on this paint job. We'll continue to pressure wash it and clean it for about 2 more years, and then it will need painting again. Well, I'm Bruce Morris. Those are my house paint tips. Check Consumer Reports as well for tips on painting. I'll see you next time.